From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Canadians are happy to stand on guard for thee to protect our country against the ongoing threat of a trade war from America's new Trump administration. President Donald Trump's threats to impose sweeping tariffs and annex Canada have prompted a wave of patriotism across this country. Montreal's McGill University undergrad Daniel Mishka has actually shelved his plans to apply to Boston University, Yale, and Harvard for graduate studies.
I decided not to apply to American schools. I feel like the social and political climate in Canada is far better than what I'm seeing in the United States. If I can make a choice about where I'm going to spend probably many years of my life in grad school and afterwards, I would prefer to stay here.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is optimistic Canadians will remain united in the face of looming U.S. tariffs next month. At a Lunar New Year reception in Ottawa last night, he told a crowd that we aren't out of the woods yet, but he said his government would keep working until tariffs are off the table altogether. Just as Justin Trudeau was about to address that crowd at the Lunar New Year event, he learned of the death of the Aga Khan, the longtime spiritual leader of Ismaili Muslims. The Aga Khan Development Network said he died yesterday in Portugal at the age of 88. Trudeau called his friend a compassionate global leader.
He will be deeply, deeply missed by people around the world, but particularly the Ismaili community that is grieving tonight. Our hearts go out to all of them, and I lost a very good friend, a friend of my father's and a friend of mine tonight. So I am sad.
The Aga Khan was a key figure in an ethics scandal involving Trudeau, who was found to have breached conflict of interest rules by vacationing on the Aga Khan's private island in 2016. Ottawa says it's working to set up a planned new independent commission to review miscarriages of justice as soon as possible. Experts and advocates say the commission could get hundreds of applications for review. And U.S. President Donald Trump made waves during a press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu last night, suggesting that instead of allowing the Palestinians to continue living in the Gaza Strip, that the U.S. will take it over, level it, and rebuild.
And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
Reporter Terry Moran discusses whether the U.S. even has the legal ability to make that move in a country it does not own.
We have no lawful authority to take over the Gaza Strip. Now, that hasn't stopped the United States in previous times from Hawaii to, parts of the Southwest. And yet what he sees clearly is that this is a place of opportunity for the United States.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, in the NHL, William Nylander scored 3 times, Austin Matthews had 3 assists, and the visiting Toronto Maple Leafs doused the Calgary Flames 6-3. Thatcher Demko made 25 saves to record his first shutout of the season as his Vancouver Canucks beat the Colorado Avalanche 3-0. Captain Connor McDavid had a goal and 2 helpers, and Connor Brown scored in overtime to lead the Edmonton Oilers to a 3-2 win over St. Louis. Winnipeg racked up its winning streak to 7 games in the Jets' 3-0 shutout over Carolina. And Joel Armia scored a shorthanded tie-breaking goal late in the third to help the Montreal Canadiens edge San Jose 4-3. The Toronto Raptors lost 121-115 to the visiting New York Knicks. The shorthanded Raptors played without the league's leading scorer RJ Barrett, and they lost center Jakob Poeltl to injury at halftime. The Raps will host the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.